Kayfabe Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Justifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in. But the cream rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, heels and faces, casual wrestling fans, and all you smart marks, I'm Richie Moon,
And I'm Kayfabe AJ.
And I'm Kayfabe Focus.
and this is Kayfabe Avenue. And yes, we are at it again with our top five of the year. This time we are doing our top five breakout stars for the ladies. For the lovely ladies, there's been a lot of
Was
women
this
out there,
ladies' night?
and so right. A lot of ladies out there across all different companies that have really been putting in the work, breaking out new characters, bangers of matches, becoming champions, really reinventing themselves. So let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into our top five breakout for the woman. Not wow, not the woman of
So,
wrestling, but the ladies.
so through gritted teeth, I will say
Yeah.
not number five, Zoe Stark. And
A lot of arguing
it,
about this.
it pains me to put her on the list at all because I can't stand her presence. But I
I
guess
hey
I guess
hey
that's a
I
good heel.
argued I argued that we should have had Billy Starks on this list.
Who?
Y'all didn't know her. Y'all didn't
Who?
know her. She's been on AEW and Ring of Honor.
Who?
I told you
Who?
guys.
Who?
Who?
Y'all
Who?
you gotta be paying attention. We should have
So,
got Billy Starks. You got
but
the
we
wrong
can't.
Stark.
The thing is, the criteria, its storyline, its impact, its how quick they risen, what they're currently doing, what they've done. So we can't deny that she came from NXT, large impact in NXT in a quick fashion, jumps to the main shows, ends up under Trish Stratus, the returning Trish Stratus wing in storyline, ends up with her own feud with Trish, moves on, instantly gets put in storylines with Becky and with the majority of these women. Just won a gauntlet match between the women to secure a number one contender spot. And if we can agree on something, the women's division has grown. Is a lot of up and coming people on the roster, and there's a lot of people that could have easily taken these spots, but Zoe Starks actually is the one that's getting the shine. For better or worse, I can't deny it, and I am not a fan. So at number five, Zoe Starks.
Wow.
You guys got anything else to say about Zoe?
Not really. She didn't put in her work. Time will tell. We'll
We
see
should
where
have
she
got
lands
Billy.
at next.
Should have been Billy. But we can't rig the system. So at number four, we have Willow Nightingale. Focus, you want
Yeah.
to speak a little bit more about Willow Nightingale? Let us know why you hammered her into this list and make sure that she was solidified in this list.
Because she's AEW's breakout star in general when it comes to the women's division. She won the Strong Championship from Mercedes Monet. She's been fighting all of the New Japan female wrestlers and AEW and Ring of Honor. She headlined a main event with Athena, which was a great match as well. So I feel like she deserved the breakout star out of anybody else.
Having Athena and Mercedes Monet on your list of people you've defeated along with those accolades, can't argue with you. Rich, you got anything to say
I,
about Willow?
I actually, I want to apologize to Willow Nightingale because I actually did not have her on here. Shame on me because I really enjoy Willow Nightingale's work. She's great in the ring. I really love her personality. I really hope that she gets that spotlight to really showcase what she can do because she's amazing. So yeah, shout out to Willow Nightingale.
All right, so let's move on. At number
Focus, you're on
three,
mute.
we have at number three we have someone who reinvented themselves this year, Tony Storm, the timeless Tony Storm.
Excuse me for
Honestly,
one second. Excuse me for one second.
for me, it was it wasn't working for me at first. I was like, what the hell's going on? It was, you know what she did to me? She won she won division me. Like, what's this black and white scenery? What is she trying to do? She ends up doing silent movies, silent vignettes that not only showed her character, but she did it without a single sound coming out of her coming out of her. We got timeless Richie Moon joining us here at Kayfabe Avenue today for this top five. So
Yeah.
how about you, Rich? Let's start with you. Why is timeless Tony Storm top three?
Well, first, I feel like it is a travesty that the timeless one is number three. We all know that she should definitely be number uno. But for the sake of our group in politics and debating, timeless Tony Storm has reinvented herself. The timeless one is our current AEW World Champion. She is and, and, and
All right,
Oh,
he's timeless,
they
but he's
hating.
not.
Yeah,
former
he's
worthy of an
shifting through
Oscar,
time.
Tony, a TV award, a BET award, a Soul Train award, NAACP.
He's
In
timeless,
due
not
time, she'll get
legless.
it. Everything she's doing. I love the fact that they're working the gimmick more into the matches.
Not
Yeah,
just
I
the
love
matches,
everything
the
about Timeless
commentary.
Tony Storm.
They had Timeless Tony that on during Winter is
The
Coming,
commentary, the
sitting
setup they're doing for
sitting
it.
at ringside in black and white, and it was hilarious. So
Right.
I
Titty
definitely agree. I'm
slaps. Her
sorry,
words, not mine. She
Timeless
doesn't do
Richie
chops. She does
Moon,
titty
but
slap.
Timeless Tony unfortunately was at number three. I know it's a travesty.
And it just shows that RJ City should just book the whole women's division.
Probably should. Probably should. Shout out to my cousin, Timeless Richie
I
Moon.
mean, we've proven. I mean, they've proven that Tony can't book
He'll
worth
be
of
back.
shit for
He'll
the
be, he'll be
women's.
back next time. He'll be back the next time Timeless comes on. All right. Good
So
gosh. That's another
timeless,
conversation for another time.
timeless Tony at number three. Any last words for timeless Tony?
She's amazing. And she's timeless.
All right, at number two. I know timeless Tony Storm will be upset at this, but at number two we have Tiffany Stratton. And honestly,
Mhm.
I feel like Tiffany Stratton has proven herself this year. She, I think, solidified the fact that she's gonna be one of those ones, someone who can easily fight a Charlotte in the near future. Uh, easily prove she could fight a Becky now. One of the
Unfortunately, she won't be fighting Charlotte in the near future because the Queen is out for
yeah, what Richie's trying to say,
9 to 10
she's
months with
out
that
with an
ACL
injury.
injury. So get well
She
soon,
she got
Charlotte.
a knee injury.
Yes, they're talking about 9 months.
Yeah,
They think it's an
yeah, she
ACL
got
tear,
injured.
so that's
Yeah,
unfortunate for
so
Becky
shout
said
out
Charlotte.
to
it's
Charlotte
permanent.
Flair.
But Tiffany Stratton,
Right, shout out to Charlotte Flair. Recovery soon.
Tiffany Stratton during this run this year, proved herself against Becky, who is obviously a main event caliber woman in the company. Um,
Yeah.
she kind of elevated the NXT championship a little bit. Fighting Becky for it. That match that they had was amazing between them. So Tiffany Stratton definitely deserved it. She's one of the definite biggest standouts for the women's division in NXT this year. So I'm sorry, like once again, it's time to Tony, but Tiffany Stratton, you guys got anything to say about Tiffany?
She's great.
I got word. I got word from my cousin, from my friend, Toneless Time, and she said she accepts your apology, so it's okay.
All right, so the number one, and this is shocking for
No,
me.
my bad. Before you get to number one, Tiffany Stratton. Now, seriously, she's really badass. PME, prettiest moonsault ever. She does her thing. If you have not seen a Tiffany Stratton match, you should do yourself a favor. She's got a really good moveset, a really great look. The future is super duper bright for Tiffany Stratton. I definitely the next, in the foreseeable future, see her up on the main roster, winning championships and throwing some good old monkey wrenches in that women's division. So yeah, shout out to her.
Agree. Um, so yeah, number one, I'm surprised that I'm even gonna say this. A few months ago, I would have never thought she'd even be doing anything. But Julia Hart at number one, breakout talent for AEW, homegrown talent for
Yeah.
AEW, under the tutelage of the House of
Mhm.
Black. Um, you know, when she was with the Varsity Blondes or whatever they were called, it just wasn't clicking. Nothing they were doing were clicking. She
Nope.
finally found herself in this character, being the lady of that group. Um,
And long-term
this
storytelling, because she started this transition when she was with the Varsity Blondes.
yeah,
She got misted a
getting the mist.
long time ago,
Yeah,
and look where it's at now.
Yep, with
I think
Lexus King
Julia
in
Hart's gonna be,
NXT,
huh?
with Lexus King in NXT, and Griff
Right.
Garrison. Nobody knows where he's at. He's on the milk
he's
carton.
on
That's
Ring of
right.
Honor.
He
He's
is.
on the
Yeah,
milk
he's on Ring of
carton.
Honor.
Oh, the milk carton.
I think I like the milk cartons. I think we're gonna go
The
with
milk
that.
cartons.
Rick
I
Garrison is the.
mean, technically, Ring of Honor is the milk carton of the of the wrestling business. But they got a new title recently, so there's that. Um, do you guys got anything else to say before we move on from the top five breakout women of the year with Julia Hart at number one?
Shout out to Julia Hart. She's made a super big transition. Her in ring has improved. She's got multiple finishers now. So yeah, let's keep the ball rolling with Julia Hart. Give the woman more time.
Definitely,
Let RJ
definitely.
City book the women's division.
Right. Let RJ City get the reins of that. Seems like he knows what he's doing.
Do you guys have any honorable mentions that you felt should have been on this list?
Yes.
Julia from Stardom.
Julia from
I,
Stardom.
I agree with that. I've been hearing her name. Her name is definitely.
She's probably gonna sign with WWE next year.
So for the fans that only watch AEW and WWE, please check out Julia from Stardom. She's ringing bells internationally. I think we should mention Chelsea Green, who's reinvented herself within the tag team division. Kind of held it through the curse it was going through. Three different tag teams, three different injuries, a mess of a division, but she managed to hold it all on her own. Managed to give Piper Niven something to do, endeared Piper Niven to a lot of the new fans. People are loving this gimmick that Chelsea Green is doing, the stuck up, prissy girl. So, yeah, honorable mention to Chelsea Green. Rich, you got anybody?
I was gonna say the same person. Yeah, shout out to Chelsea Green Cardona. Yeah, she's just been doing her thing. Despite the curse of the women's tag team division, she's definitely been doing her thing. Shout out to her for not being injured. Hopefully, she stays uninjured. And after all this, I think Chelsea Green has a lot more in the tank than WWE is showing. So hopefully, she'll be able to expand after this, and we'll really see. Maybe she can incorporate some of her hot mess gimmick. Maybe they can rework it for WWE. But I definitely think there's a lot more that she can do that we haven't seen. So
And
we shall
speaking of
see.
Chelsea Green, we got to mention the half of the half of the half SDL.
Facts. Indie God.
I'm done.
And
It's about the
then
women. It's about the women, focus. All right.
we're talking about SDL. Steph DeLambert.
The half of the half of the half of the half.
That's what I
Yeah,
said. The half of
I
the
didn't
half of
hear
the half
that,
of the
but
half.
I didn't hear that last half.
you didn't hear
You
the
see
last
that?
half.
So I didn't hear that last half.
I, I
I
I think
thought it
that
was
last
still
half.
on,
I think that last
Matt
half
Cardona,
is just
Zack
one of her
Ryder.
titties. I think if you add that last half,
All
it's
right,
half of the
before he
titties,
ends up
bro.
getting X-rated like Xavier Woods, this has been Kayfabe Avenue. I've been Kayfabe AJ. He has been Mr. Richie Moon and Kayfabe Focus. Please catch us on all streaming platforms, wherever you get your podcast, Spotify, Apple. We're all at Kayfabe Avenue. Check out the YouTube. And Kenny, take us
Take us
home.
home.